Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the standout moments from the first season of One Piece's live-action adaptation. Be on the lookout for spoilers ahead. Number 10, Escape from Shellstown. Individually, we knew that Luffy, Zoro, and Nami were capable of kicking a ludicrous amount of ass.
The first time they'll fight together.
We get to see them combine their talents as they battle their way through wave after wave of Marines in their own backyard. This capped off one hell of a brawl against Axe Hand Morgan.
Yeah, we're a crew.
Nope, not a crew.
Together.
In which we got to see Zoro utilize his three-sword style for the first time.
He's low-key goated.
As well as Luffy demonstrate just how painfully versatile his rubber powers can be.
Win!
Number 9, the passing of the hat. Luffy's inheritance of
so much better in the anime, though.
his iconic straw hat is one of his most defining moments, where he decides he'll become a great pirate.
This guy's a really good Shanks, though.
That will one day even eclipse that of his hero Shanks. After surviving being kidnapped, drowning, and being eaten by a sea beast.
Get lost.
Kagerasaki. The Divine King,
Shanks
Supreme
chooses
King.
to leave his precious headgear with Luffy as a symbol of his faith in his dream.
Become king of the pirates.
Greater than even us, huh? This hat's the most precious thing I own. It means the world to me. And I want you to take it.
I mean,
It's an incredibly sweet
one of the
and
biggest
touching
moments
where the almost paternal relationship between
this being 9 almost kind of buries it, because, like, this is one of the biggest moments in the entire One Piece franchise. So, this would be, like, top 5 from the anime. Maybe. Well, maybe not. Not to everybody, but... so, it being all the way done at 9 just for East Blue, means it could have been better. This is what it tells me. It could have been better. Shanks did a great job, though.
between them really sells you on how vital a role model Shanks was for the future Pirate King.
Be good, Luffy.
Number 8, it's Buggy's world, we just live in it.
This is
Fans could not be
only
more
8?
pleased with the live action's introduction.
This should
and
be
portrayal
higher.
Of One Piece's most famous clown. And why wouldn't they be? Jeff Ward slayed the role of Buggy, bringing a murderous charm and hilarity to the jester as only he could.
Who stole it from right out under my nose? No! It's in my head now! Ah!
The man held an entire town hostage as his captive audience and nearly killed Luffy multiple times, and yet we couldn't help but laugh and be engrossed by his every moment.
He wanted to keep me out of the spotlight! He wanted to keep my star from shining too brightly!
Keeping him around for the majority of the show's run was definitely a wise decision, because the tightrope between funny and fiendish that his iteration of the character is walking has been pitch perfect so far.
The chop fruit. So you can slice me, and you can dice me, but I'll always put myself back together again.
Number 7, Zoro folds a pair of felines. While he may not
This
have
fight
a hill
scene?
as a backdrop, Zoro's battle against Pucci and Sham is still a great display of the swordsman's skills. With Kaya's mansion in lockdown, Zoro is
this was a pretty good fight.
Cronies in a
This was
pretty
well
tight
choreographed.
space at that. Still, a couple of kitties on anything to the pirate hunter, who utilizes the stairs.
Also, why is Sham hot? I have nerd rage about Sham being hot. Look at Sham.
A couple of kitties on anything to the pirate
Why is Sham hot?
hunter, who utilizes the stairs, banisters, and every other surface to his advantage. The choreography really sells the scene, and while there aren't any tiger traps, seeing Maganyu do cool shit with his swords always makes for a great time.
I would have loved if he did a tiger trap, but this Zoro doesn't say, he doesn't have move names yet.
Number 6, Kuro's House of Horrors. Another villain portrayal that
If this is what I think it is, I thought this moment was one of the worst things in the show. If they're gonna show Kuro doing super speed against fucking Mary the Goat Man, a Lamb Man, I thought this was awful. That's what this is.
adds a fantastic spin to the original character.
That's a cool shot. That was a cool shot. That's a very cool shot.
Maniatis is so deliciously wicked as the captain of the Black Cat Pirates that seeing him parade around as both butler and eventual sociopath is an absolute delight. Though the pinnacle undoubtedly comes when Kuro lets the cat out of the bag and reveals his savage nature. First by killing off Mary, then by stalking Kaya like a serial killer.
Why? Parents are gone. Your friends are all gone. Even Usopp is gone.
Was that supposed to be like a joke? Your friends are gone, also Usopp's gone. Like, was that a burn? Was Kuro trying to burn him there? I do think the choice to make like the Kuro arc like into like a horror film was I like that choice. That was cool.
It's just you and me, Miss Kaya. It's time to wake up!
Even though he more than deserved the ass beating he got from Luffy, we're sort of glad Kuro escaped, so we at least have the chance to see him flex his claws down the line again.
There you are, Miss Kaya. It's your birthday! It's time to stop!
Number 5, The Climb. After being tossed inside of a great well by Bucci and Sham, Zoro is left with only one option, to climb his way to freedom.
The Netflix adaptation left Mary stay dead, which is good. Oda brings him back to life in the manga for no reason, really. We knew then that Oda had a problem with killing characters because Mary survived for no reason.
Easier said than done, as escaping initially proves to be even too much for his innate strength. From there, his slow ascendance is intercut with an extensive flashback.
Climb, Zoro.
Where we see a young Zoro train with, battle, and eventually forge a promise with his childhood friend Kuina to eventually become the world's greatest swordsman.
If we keep that vow, one of us will become the world's greatest swordsman
Or woman.
to ever live.
The combat choreography as well as the emotional resonance might make this flashback
Those
the
kids did a
best
hell of a
live
job with
action
those swords.
fight. Especially as we see Zoro finally pull himself out of a death sentence. Number 4, enter Mihawk.
Yeah,
It
boy.
was impossible for the world's strongest swordsman to become even more of a badass. They give him an introduction like this.
Mihawk, did I catch you in the middle of something?
Just killing some time.
While somewhat adjacent to the source material, the reveal of Mihawk as he slices through Don Krieg's armada is a literal spectacle.
I loved it because I love that Krieg got off-screen by Mihawk because I thought Don Krieg was the worst villain in East Blue. So, I was cool with that.
Nonchalantly slicing up pirates, taking down the Don like he was nothing, slicing an entire galleon in half.
That's some cool shit right there.
You couldn't ask for a better demonstration for the power differences in the world of One Piece, or a cooler messenger to deliver it.
Why are you after me?
You woke me from my nap.
Then allow me to make it permanent.
Number 3, Help Me. Undoubtedly the most...
This is not number 1? This is definitely my number 1 East Blue moment in the anime. We'll see.
iconic moment in the East Blue arc and all of One Piece in general.
Yeah.
So to see it brought to life so faithfully and with some powerhouse acting behind it was just plain awesome.
Honestly, look, I think Emily Rudd was terrific. Anaki was terrific. They did a great job. But it wasn't as good as the anime. I watched the anime version right after I watched this the first time. And it wasn't as good. But they did what they could. They did a hell of a job.
Devastated by Arlong's betrayal and the abuse she suffered over the years, Nami breaks down and starts to stab at her tattoo, only for Luffy to intervene. Overcome, all Nami can do is break down and plead for Luffy to save her.
And him giving her the hat, that's the big thing. Right?
And what does Luffy say in return? Seriously, the two actors were amazing here.
Of course I will!
Number 2, the Battle of Arlong Park.
Yeah.
Talk about ending on a high. Taking the fight to Arlong and his army of fishmen, the Straw Hat crew all got a chance to show off here in the best way possible. Usopp set Chew on fire.
Special attack! Exploding star!
Buggy made a grand return and less than gracious exit.
I'm gonna get out of here. Hey! Sorry, kiddos. I'd love to make things right, but it's time to exit stage left.
And Luffy literally brought the house down on Arlong with one hell of a bombardment of Gum Gum abilities. Though our highlight has to be Zoro and Sanji wiping out every fishman that comes their way, especially when the chef starts unleashing some devastatingly fancy footwork. On Zoro versus Mihawk. Becoming the strongest swordsman in the world is no easy feat, as Zoro discovered the hard way when he challenged Mihawk to a duel to the death.
I, Roronoa Zoro, challenge you to a duel to the death.
Confident in his strength and determined to fulfill his dream, the demon takes on Hawkeyes for the mantle. But as every One Piece fan knows, it turns into a one-sided slaughterfest as Mihawk reveals the quagmire between them.
So I'll do you the honor of killing you with Yoru.
That's more like it.
The battle between the two is brief but blinding, and absolutely nails the source material's tone and grandeur. We can't wait for that rematch.
Scars on the back or swordsman's shame.
Zoro!
Which live-action One Piece performance was your favorite? Let us know in the comments.
I'm shocked we got no Garp or Kobe on this list. But, you know.
Below.
Anyway, the best one was actually Helmeppo using Zoro's sword naked in the mirror. See you next time.